Well, hello again folks, welcome back to part 2 of Let's Play Crash Bandicoot. Unfortunately I made a bit of a tits up error with the first video. Basically, hit save over state when I meant to hit load over state, and kinda raised my game up to Papu Papu with being back at the title screen, but it's okay. Managed to find a password on the internet, popped it in, and it got me up just before Papu Papu. Unfortunately, I'll have to go back and get the boulder, sorry, not the boulder, the crystal from the boulders level, but I don't have any crystals with this password save, so yeah, I'll probably get those off camera, let's be honest. Or I might just do one video where I run through and get all the gems in one go after I get the colour gems to help. Unfortunately, not really sure which levels I can get the crystals through first try, so I'm going to have to be quite meticulous in each level. Just one of those small cock-ups that happens when it comes to save states, and when you're not used to the emulator you're using. Apologies if I sound a bit choked to the cold here folks, I'm feeling a bit fluey today. Woke up kinda stuffed, and the coffee and baked beans on toast just ain't doing the job of shifting it. So my voice, that sounds like a German suit. My voice may have a certain timbre to it which is associated with illness and decay, but don't worry. It is after all right call to the day. Now, one of these crates has... I might as well just get out of here. Oh. That was never going to work well. Right, well, can't get the crate now. Being made to look like quite an amateur during the playthrough of this. Oh, for God's sake. I'm in danger of running out of lives at this point. Alright, come on. Slow it down. No point in trying to go for that. Should have just done this the first time. Checkpoint. Got my new washing machine delivered today folks, which is good because my old one's been packed in for about a week. Tried to repair it, or looked at the cost of repairing it, and it was going to be about half the cost of a new machine anyway, so why not? Some white goods. These bits will really eat you up if you're impatient, which I usually am, especially when it comes to video games, but thankfully make all the way across without too much of a worry. Now you see this slightly bobbing one? I'll just let these raccoons fall down the pit without troubling me. They will start to go down when I jump on them. Whoa, I didn't realise they were constantly respawning. It makes sense I suppose, rather than just waiting and letting them all run off the edge. Opportunity for a bonus round here. Don't have to worry about the boxes, so just make my way to the end. There it is. So yeah, even though we're just about to finish the first island, we're almost saved over my Final Fantasy 9 save there, folks. That would be another tragic example of how not to use memory cards or save states. Quite easy to screw yourself over. I feel really fluey. I might have to get me some Benadryl or Lemsip. That was near. Raccoons are pretty much useless. Thankfully we can take our time with these. You'll see that head that briefly flashed up there. It's now in the bottom left hand corner. That's another type of bonus round. That's not Dr. Neocortex, the main villain. I think it's Dr. Enbrang, the name of the sub-villain in the Crash Bandicoot series. So I must have missed a heck of a lot of boxes there. It's not even punishing me for doing it either. That's weird. Hog Wild. Oh, this level, potentially a banana skin, folks. I'll say that much. It's an on-rails one. You're riding on the back of a hog or a pig. I'll just try my best to nail it. I doubt I'm going to do this one first time. Always remember failing a few times with this back in the day, especially getting the boxes. Did I hit that checkpoint? I'm not even sure if I did. Love the music on this level. Doesn't make that much of a noise, the checkpoint box. I think that might be the hardest part of the level, box-wise. Let's not speak too soon. Ooh. Ooh. That one always used to trick me when I was a kid. It looks like you have to go left, but at the last second you just have to veer right. Did I manage to... Quite proud of... Oh no. No, perfect, nice. Haha! Fantastic, I didn't think I'd pull that one off. So that's technically the first gem. I suppose I'll have to consign myself to starting over. Update save game, please. That'll do. 6, 12, 18, 24. So we're already a fifth of the way through the game, levels wise. But, kind of behind on gems. Native Forest, let's do it. Gems, crystals, I'm not really sure what to call them. Diamonds, possibly? Gemstone? Stand your bonus. I'll have to look up whether there's any necessity to getting the bonus stages other than to act as checkpoints and to save your game. Which shouldn't really matter to me. I really should be using the memory card function to save the game. It's just, you know, I might have episodes that look like I'm going to run long and I just want to stop them then and there, so I really need that option of saving whenever I choose to. Without abusing it. I mean, I don't want to, you know, be save state in mid-level and then attempting a section a few times until things, you know, start getting really dicey, in which case that'll go right out of the bag and I'll abuse it like any sensible rascal would. These are really annoying if you fall to the bottom, so take your time with these spinny things. Otherwise you'll be going up and down a few times. I'm gonna have to be careful here because I've got no aku, abudabaga, whatever you want to call it. Ooh. Oh, oh, oh. It's a little irritating that you can never know, you know, how close you are to getting all the crates in a level, but that's really only with hindsight of playing Crash Bandicoot 3, which keeps a counter for each level, so you can sort of keep track of whether you need to go back or forward. I'd like to play through Crash Bandicoot 3 again, so I might do that. Oh, after Crash 1. Crash 2 is the only one of the main Naughty Dog series that I never played as a youngster. You know, I mean, I played it on emulator since. I might have borrowed it like late in the PlayStation 1 lifespan, but for some reason I never owned it. I mean, I adored the first game, and my dad did too, who was the guy who, you know, bought most of the games in the household. And I got Crash 3, I think I might have got that as a birthday present. I mean, that's the problem when you're a kid, you can only, because games were so expensive back in, like, you know, the 90s and early 2000s. Oh, not a chance in this. Unfortunately lost a life there. But I did lose quite a few in using the password save, so it shouldn't get too hairy, to be honest. Oh, that was so dumb. I was pausing for ages waiting to see if that monkey was going to come in time with the spiked rod, whatever you want to call it. There goes the gem for that level anyway, if it was even possible to begin with. Tribespeople. Ooh. Go for it. Oh, I thought I was going to get that. That's far better done. Right. Might as well do the wee bonus round just to show them off. Starting to ramp up in sort of complexity with each separate round now. Yeah. Looking like a bloody amateur here anyway. Thankfully it spawned right back where we started. Don't think you even lose a life if you fail a bonus round. .96 won't put through me as well, grabbing a few more, just in case. I'll go for that Aku. Oh. Oh, that was so dumb. Well. Can only be describing myself as rusty. And this is the early levels. Each level kind of ramps up. There's one particularly notable one with the... Oh no! With the... Right, come on. Focus. Forward focus. I think I'm going to sneeze, folks. Excuse me 1 second. No, it's not coming. Oh! Wow, sorry for that definite... Oh God almighty. Right, come on. This is not worth anyone's time, this blatant display of mistiming. See these bloody natives, man. Right, come on. Oh no! What am I like? Right, I'm just going for it this time. No! Right up there! Bloody hell. Keep forgetting about that tribe guy. That's how you should do it. Oh, come on! Never. What? Clearly landed on his head there. Nonsense. I'm gonna run out of lives here. I'm actually gonna die and have to use continues in a Crash Bandicoot game. Wait, hang on, is there not a way? Oh yeah, there's a way you can skip all this. Forgot about that. How do I get back? Oop. Right, go for it. Go for it. No! Right before a checkpoint as well. That's my last life, isn't it? This is my last life. This is actually my last life in a Crash Bandicoot game. Nonsense. That's what this is, folks. Nonsense. Alright. Here we go again. Don't die this time, otherwise you're going to look like a right tit. Checkpoint, even though it doesn't matter because we can't come back from this. Right, pause. Right. Oh no. Okay. Saviour. Right, don't muck this up anyway. Fantastic. Oh, cool. Well, at least there's a red crystal here, so we couldn't have finished the level anyway. Not yet. Whoa, there's no need in that. There's going to be some display if I make it back from being no lives down. Slowly does it. I'll take that. Ah, god damn it! At least we could hear the little swirling crystally noise of the exit, so no much more torture to go through unless I do that. Fantastic. Oh my god! Right, this is just impoverished. This is what that is. Impoverished display of Crash Bandicoot technique. Right, deep breath, deep breath. Come on. Right. Set him up. Bounce. Set him up. Bounce. See, back up to 7 lives already. This is how fast it can hand you out if you're really desperate for them. If I really wanted to farm lives, I suppose I could just repeat that level over and over and, you know, get 7, 8, 9, 10 lives out of it, but straight onto the second island of 3. We'll at least go for this level up the creek. I think this is another one of those running into the out of the screen levels, sorry. Yeah. What have we got? What have we got? Fish? No. Should I jump? Shouldn't I? You can spin the fish in midair, but I don't know. I don't feel quite in control when I'm doing it. Excuse me for sniffling there, folks. Alright, just let it close again. Good. Good. Whoa, silly monkey. Whoop, whoop. Feels a bit slippier to control than I remember. But then again, I haven't used an original grey PlayStation 1 control pad for quite some time. Come on, get on the bloody door, go on. Right, okay. I think you're going to be closing. Pressure is on, folks. I hate the monkeys. Oh! That's why. The way to screw up at Crash Bandicoot is to start trying to rush through the level, because it is quite pleasing to run constantly start to finish, but it's also relatively difficult. Even this looks difficult, this little sideways jump here, and it shouldn't. Go. I don't know if it would feel better controlling it with an analog stick, maybe? It's not how the game really feels like. I mean, when this came out, it was a launch PlayStation 1 game in Europe, so there was no PlayStation 1 analog for a good few years until after Crash Bandicoot came out. And it really does feel quite almost alien to go back to. Even though that's how I grew up, you know, a NES control pad had D-pads on them. My Mega Drive controller as well. My Mega Drive controller is interesting. I seem to remember it had a habit of the left-hand side of the D-pad sort of going out of function after a few years. Better than the right-hand side, obviously, because you could still progress in most side-scrolling games. But still irritating nonetheless. That gem column's looking a wee bit sad and empty. Going out for a game of golf this afternoon, folks. Before that, I'll probably catch at least the first half of the Liverpool derby on today. What the hell did that? What killed me there? That is... Oh, God's sake. Well, there goes my gem anyway. Bloody fish. Oh, what? That would be right before the end of the level as well. Oh. That's annoying. Don't even get... Oh, you don't even get the screen telling you screwed up and didn't get enough boxes if you don't get through the level without dying. Well, that's me right before the second boss Ripperoo there, so I think that's another good time to end this video. So I'll see you in part 3 of Crash Bandicoot.